This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's get right into the news today. We're talking about Akademiks. He has a lot of stuff going on. I like Akademiks, okay? He works hard. He perseveres through all the BS, okay? And, he figured things out, okay? You can't agree with everything everybody says, but he carved out his own lane, which is great, okay? And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people get mad for news being reported on them, but they make the news. If Meek Mill goes at Drake, that's news. You can't be mad at the person for reporting exactly what you did, right? But that's what Meek does, okay? And I like Meek Mill too. I think he made something out of himself when everything was against him. He got to be the hottest rapper in Philly. Then Rick Ross signed him, and he was able to capitalize off that moment and be one of the top rappers in the game. And he's probably one of the top 5 rappers currently active at the moment, not out of life, but active at the moment. I would go listen to a Meek Mill song more than other people's songs, except for Little Baby, of course. I'm sure. But anyways, Freddie Gibbs. He's a guy who, stands on morals and principles, but he has his flaws. Everybody has their flaws. I have my flaws. Everybody has their flaws. So Meek Mill's trying to cancel Akademiks today. Okay, now Akademiks made a big mistake with Chrissy Teigen. Now, Chrissy Teigen, is she annoying with all her opinions online? And is she more famous because she married John Legend? Yes. Welcome to life. Some things you just got to ignore. I guess she snuck dissed him before and he didn't like it, so he went at her like crazy. This is why you don't drink while on stream. He crossed a threshold by calling her certain kinds of names that in this climate especially, you can't go that way. We've seen Snoop Dogg's and everything go that route 10 years ago, and I'm not saying it was right back then, but you could be really disrespectful towards women and get away with it. You shouldn't do that, but you really can't do it now, okay? You really can't do it now. And I think a lot of people say things they don't mean, because they're mad in the moment. You got to learn to walk away and not say anything, okay? It's always better to go to sleep and wake up. Seriously, that's my advice to anybody. So Freddie Gibbs and Akademiks went back and forth about the Jeezy thing. He said, you're more relevant than Jeezy. Freddie Gibbs said this and this. Then he brought Tekashi into the mix, and you know where that went. We already went through all that. He's still going at Akademiks today. Now Akademiks has to deal with the Chrissy Teigen backlash because he told her to suck his D and then challenged John Legend. So, of course, he's going to get backlash from that. You crossed a line. I understand Chrissy Teigen. I think she's one of the most annoying people ever. But you got to respect her as a woman. Okay, you have to. Okay, especially being a man. John Legend, I don't care for him either, but I don't have to listen to him. I can tune him out, right? Freddie Gibbs, I like his album with Alchemist. I think he's a talented rapper. Meek Mill, talented rapper. But Meek Mill's trying to cancel Akademiks because he's jumping on a bandwagon that Akademiks has some things going against him, and he's taking advantage of that. Now, this is what's funny about what Meek Mill said to me. He said, Akademiks canceled because he's bad police and our culture don't need them. He also gassed a lot of beef that got people taken out or hurt. There's no way that Akademiks is responsible for that. People are going to do what they do, okay? Chicago does what it does, okay? I'm not saying it's right. He reported on it, and and his commentary back then was a little too harsh and not respecting people's families and everything. But he was a lot younger and immature then. He wouldn't do that now, okay? And I'm not sticking up for him. I'm just saying in perspective, I understand him going back at rappers because rappers disrespected him for so many years. He's in a position now where he has money and confidence in the past 5 years, And he's at a point now where he doesn't want to take it anymore. And I don't blame him, because rappers can take advantage of their situations and and they weaponize their fans. Point blank and simple. A lot of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Then he said he never donated $1 to the culture. Well, maybe he did. He just didn't put it out there. Like, rappers want to get the press from donating, right? So they put it out there. I donate to people all the time and I don't talk about it because it's not to be talked about. If you're a good human being and you do it on the regular, you do it without speaking about it. I do things on the regular. Every Christmas, I take a few kids and I buy them Christmas presents. Do I put it on the gram? Maybe 1 year I did. 1 year I just said wrapping presents for kids. But I didn't make it a story. I put it on my story where it expired, And I just took a picture of it because I just wrapped all the presents. I thought it looked dope. I was like, wow, I really did it this year, Like that year I was proud to help so many kids that I was able to help. I can't do that every year. I do what I can. I do it every year. I just can't do it to that extent every year. That year I was able to go crazy. And I was really happy that I was able to put smiles on other kids' faces for Christmas, But then he says, we gonna holler at you in the next round. That's what he says. Then he also says, DJ Akademiks responds and says, you can't cancel anyone, Meek. And he can't, because here's the funny thing. He's acting like he is, what did Quentin Miller say? He's Meek Mandela now? Meek, you beat up a handicapped kid, okay? Quentin Miller has a missing leg. And because you went after him because you were mad at Drake. I mean, are you kidding me? That was disgusting, okay? You beat up a ghostwriter. Like, are you kidding me? And then in your songs, you're perpetuating violence. So it's like, dude, you should sit this conversation out, okay? He raps about the streets, and that's fine, but if you put that in your music, don't act like you're Gandhi all of a sudden, okay? You know what I mean? Like, just sit this one out. He talks too much on Twitter, and it ruins the other stuff he has going, because he is doing a lot of great stuff. Reform. He gives back to his city. He makes good music. But when he gets angry and petty, it goes another level. It gets a little weird, I like Meek a lot, man. And I'm happy that he is in a position where he's in, and he was able to recover from everything he went through with Drake, and it was so unfair what the justice system did to him for 10 years. And I'm glad he was able to overcome all that. But don't get too comfortable. Like, I see this with some people. They overcome a lot of stuff and they get back into their old ways, which sets them backwards later, because you get too comfortable, you make mistakes, and then you end up in the same place. Freddie Gibbs, he's just having fun with it. Okay, nothing's actually going to happen with either of those guys. Freddie Gibbs is petty. He's had his thing with Jeezy all these years, and I understand it. Tekashi, when Akademiks called him, he said, oh yeah, Freddie Gibbs, we got at him when he came to New York. I don't know if that's true or not, but you got to warn people when you call them too that they're on live. He was trying to get someone to back him up with this whole thing with Freddie Gibbs, and I thought that was crazy. But anyways, appreciate you guys, and I'm just wrapping this up. I hope you guys have a good day today. Stay positive, stay motivated, and I will check you guys in the next video. Make sure you do something positive today. And if you're experiencing a whirlwind of a downfall, like sometimes it feels like everything's not going right for you, weather the storm and focus on being productive, putting the right stuff in your body, working out, and putting the right stuff in your mind, not the media stuff. Go learn something, read a book or something like that. Trust me, get into a consistent schedule, and you work your way out of that. You got to surround yourself with more positivity as well, and less negative people and negative energy. I appreciate you guys, and I will check you guys in the next one. And I'm sorry the video was so long. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. And if I was Akademiks right now, I would apologize to Chrissy Teigen. I think he went too far, meaning like he just, he was under the influence, let his emotions get the better of him. Don't go backwards, man. Go forwards in life. I'm proud of him as a person, just overcoming so much and making something. He's gone a long way. You might not like somebody, but you always gotta. And I like him. I don't dislike him. I don't know him, but some people that are watching this might not like him. You can not like somebody, but you can also appreciate the hard work and everything they put in. And I do that with a lot of people. Like Meek. I'm not the biggest fan of how Meek is as a person, but the other side of Meek is I like, he's a hard worker. He was able to make a brand. I like that he gives back to his community. He tries to put positivity out there. And there's certain things I don't like, but you know what? You got to try to see the good in people. You got to try. It's hard to sometimes, but you have to try. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, and stay motivated, stay focused, and I'll check you guys in the next one.